Hi guys, how are you today? My name is Mihara Gloria and a very warm welcome back to my YouTube video where we create content around cleaning, cooking, organization, motherhood, the journey. So definitely feel very welcomed to this channel. So guys, on today's video, as promised, I remember if you've not watched the part 1 of that story time, definitely check in my videos, watch where I was talking about my pregnancy journey. So on today, this part B, this is the part B of the part 1. I'm going to talk about my childbirth and delivery story and the things that I went through, the things that I experienced. So stay tuned. Definitely I hope that you subscribe, share, comment, and thank you so much for being here, guys. I am a notebook girl. Like, I write things down. So I realized that the first time I was doing the video, I didn't like go in depth with my story because I did not listed my main points down. But for today, I am prepared. I wrote some main point that I want to talk to you guys about so that like I can be as detailed as possible. Yeah. Alright guys, grab your coffee, grab your snacks, grab your tea, grab your mimosa, grab your cocktail, grab your wine or whatever, and let's get this show on the road. So guys, I'm going to talk about how it all started. I remember very, very clearly, as if it was yesterday. I remember it was on the 9th. Actually, on the 9th of April. On a Sunday. It was actually Easter Sunday on that day. I remember I was cooking some kienyeji mbogas. In fact, that was the last video I did before I went into labor. I was cooking and I remember I was not feeling myself on that day. I was just cooking my kienyeji mbogas. I used to love kienyeji mbogas. I remember that day I prepared ugali and eggs and some kienyeji mbogas vegetables. For those of you who are Maju abroad, I was preparing that. So it was just a good day. Thank God my husband was around. He's usually not home sana because of work. So thank God on that day he was actually home. So the day progresses on well. I even go walk kidogo outside, and then we went to sleep. I was just okay. Now I don't know when the baby, by this time I was wondering when is the baby going to come. I'd counted the weeks. I feel like I'm at the 45th week. I'm anxiety. I'm asking, is everything okay? Because at that point, I am just a swollen marshmallow. I'm just a swollen potato. My legs are swollen. My nose is big. Now the pregnancy is pregnancy to the fullest. And then I just knew that it would be my usual runs to the toilet, go, urinate after short call. After every 2 seconds, and that would be the order of the day. But on this very day, on this very Sunday, I remember it was around 2 a.m. It was around 2 a.m. I was going to the toilet to just urinate because pregnancy for short call in the toilet. And then I remember wiping myself so that I can just get ready to go to bed, struggle for 2 minutes, and then go back to the toilet. And then I saw blood. I was like, oh, is this it? But is this the color that they said it would be pinkish, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, I've never experienced blood. So I wipe myself, and then I just go to bed, back to bed as if everything is, okay. Okay, I'm breastfeeding my baby. So, yeah, so I remember just going back to bed and sleeping. And then I was feeling pain kidogo, like just mild pain. I'm like, all right, whatever, it's nothing. And then the pain kept on progressing. In this case, the contractions started happening little by little. I'd feel a little pain for about you know, like 10 seconds and then rest for some 2 minutes and then it would be back again. And then as time progressed, the contractions started getting longer and longer. So let's say at around 3 a.m. I couldn't hold it anymore, and I was just like, how dare, my husband was sleeping, of course, right next to me. And I was like, how dare you sleep? How are you even sleeping? Immediately, I'm texting my mom, I'm texting my sister. It's in the middle of the night. I'm like, how dare you sleep when I am going through this thing? How dare you guys? How dare you guys just sleep? So I'm texting them, and then let me tell you, by this time, number 2 was calling me by the names. It was all right. So like, I was, each time I would now go to the toilet, I would be like going for number 2, which apparently helps to push the baby downwards or to the position, whatever, but it helps. So I really went, but I thank God I did that so that I don't do that in the hospital, because it happens. You can number 2 in the hospital, guys, when you're delivering. So okay, no shame but whatever, but I didn't want that to happen. Anyway, you can never guarantee whatever happens. So when I hit my husband on the back, that was when he knew it's about to go down. It's about to go down. So he immediately wakes up, starts getting things ready. I remember, but then I had not gotten a help. So it was just me, my husband, and my firstborn daughter. It was just us in the home. Can you believe, fast forward, we had to go with her to the hospital because at 3 a.m. So we went with her to the hospital, and I mean, I don't know, but that is how it happened. Anyway, back to this time. So I wake him up, and then now he sees that, now my wife is actually in pain. Anyway, so what I'd say is that my labor did not take that long, but from 3 to 6 a.m. because I remember my son was born at exactly 7 a.m. From 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. those were 3 hours of intense labor. Like, there's no pain like that. But there it's ranked, labor pains is ranked number 2 in the most painful experiences after being burnt alive, of course. So I was there. Now, no shame. I was like, no, at first I was just like, I can handle it. But like, when the pain started, I was just like, I want to nataka kutoa nywele kwa kichwa. I want to scream. I want to climb on the door. I'm lying down. I can't go down. I'm asking him for a specific dress. Thank God I had packed, I don't know with what, my goodness, that I had packed 1 month ago, so the bag was ready to go. My toothbrush, my hair comb, everything, but I didn't even use them in the hospital. Anyway, I'll tell you that when we get to that point. Yeah, so guys, my husband calls my husband calls an Uber guy to come get us. I remember just the whole, I don't know whether it was the weight or the what. I couldn't get into the car. I had to gather all the energy I had in order for me to enter into that vehicle. I remember I was feeling so much pain, and before I got into the vehicle, I remember just kneeling down and vomiting outside there at the compound, and I vomited this yellow stuff. I guess they call it nyongo. So I vomited that, and apparently that one also helps. When you go for number 2 and when you vomit, it helps. So we go to the hospital, and I'm screaming in the car. I'm just like, what is happening to me? Can I just want this to be over so that I can like rest. Because what is happening? I'm never doing this again. Yeah, so we reached the hospital, and let me tell you, the distance from the gate to the maternity ward, it was like walking from Eldoret to Nairobi. Baby, Nyamaza, I'm the one who is telling the story. So we get the distance was so long. It was like walking from Eldoret to Nairobi. I remember it was the longest walk of my life. My God, this is around 5. Let's say we left home by, I guess, 5. I guess, I don't know, we took an hour on the road. I don't know what was happening. I guess we had the distance from the gate to the maternity ward. And remember, I am giving birth at a public hospital, and let me tell you guys, that one is a whole story for another day, because Yeah, so I walk. Oh my god, my husband is holding my waist. I'm like, I need to rest, I need to sit down kidogo, I need to relax. But what? So I remember we were just walking and we were like some 10 minutes away to the maternity ward when my water broke. My water broke before we reached to the maternity ward. And I could feel myself flying at that moment. I was like, the baby is literally falling. My water broke. I remember I just felt like I was flying. Immediately I was on the bed and I was like, this guy, I'm telling this guy who is delivering me, I can feel the baby here, I can feel the baby here. And he's like, wewe tulia mami. Wanakujanga hapa hivi wanakaa hata for 2 hours. Wewe tulia. But like I could feel the baby was there. This is around 5, let's say 5:50. 5:50, remember, not 5:50. I told you my son was born at exactly 7 a.m. So this is around, I'm just estimating, but because I remember the time that the labor started and the time that I gave birth. So I'm working with that estimation. So let me just say because I could say at exactly 6:45 a.m. I was already lying on that bed and I was pushing. I was breathing in the air and I was like holding my legs and I wanted to push. And let me tell you, wow. I'm speaking English, I'm speaking, I don't know what, I'm like, what? But I'm so grateful that my husband was there and he was like also helping me to hold my legs so that I can be able to push. Yeah, so I push and at exactly 7 a.m. I deliver a bouncing, healthy baby boy and he's here with us. So you get your baby a whooping 5 kgs of a human being, guys, coming from coming from down there from the goodie. I call her Mystique. She's called Mystique down there because she's mysterious. I don't know how this thing happened. And let me tell you, there was no tear. There was no tear down there. A whole 5 kg of a human being came out of my body. And let me ask you, how does that not change you as a human being? How does that change you? Like up to today, I'm wondering, how was I living without this bundle of joy? How was I living? You know? And I remember feeling relieved when I saw him, and I remember feeling so happy. And then the doctor says now you have to push the placenta as well. Now again, it's I'm like, if I manage to push my baby out, then the placenta is okay. Of course, it didn't take much time, and then that was that. So yeah, they get the baby, they take him to measure the weight and all that, and then the doctor says your baby is 5 kgs and all that. And then this nurse comes and then it's like, what? 5 kgs, blah blah blah, saying all these negative things about Suji, what, take the baby to the nursery, do what. I'm like, do you have history of diabetes? I'm like, no, we don't have that. Like, if my baby is healthy, my baby is healthy. I was eating right, I was doing right. Don't say that about my baby. My baby, we don't have that. So yeah. Okay, so now that you've delivered, you have to move for the next person to come and deliver their child, because remember, it's a public hospital. So like, toka mama. So yeah, you've delivered. You of course need some time for your body to just, just clench at least and just rest, and your back to just lay your back down so that at least you get relieved. And let me tell you, up to today, I still feel like my back is not completely healed. Sometimes I do feel pain on my back because of the experience that I had at a public hospital. So guys, on going to the wing so that you can be able to rest and so that you can have your baby, no. Your baby is at the nursery. At the hospital bed, we are sharing about 3 women. All of us have just delivered with our babies. Where are we supposed to sleep? How are we going to share bed? 3 people sharing a bed, surely. And let me tell you, after I came out of the maternity ward, like I was just there sitting. This is how I was just sitting on the bed. I'm stressed. I've not laid my back to rest. I'm stressed. My baby's at the nursery. I'm seeing other women are trying to breastfeed their babies. Mimi wangu, I don't have my baby because now apparently your baby is overweight. But yeah, so we went to the nursery, and then there was this good doctor who said that your baby is okay, no need to worry, no need to panic, your baby is a healthy boy, take him. And then we started the process of being discharged. We actually left that same day because I just wanted to get home and just, you know, shower in my bathroom and feel clean. Because let me tell you, the toilets, the bathroom, oh my god, like, I'm very particular about toilets and bathrooms. For me, like, if I could just have my own toilet everywhere, I would be so happy. One, I don't have a place to lay my back at the hospital from 7. Remember, I gave birth at 7 a.m. and we left the hospital at around 5 p.m. in the evening because of all these hulabaloo happening. Yeah, so we are given our baby, and then my husband and I started the whole process of imagine, even me, I had to, like, now also go and, like, get into the groundwork of getting our forms ready so that we can leave the hospital. And even they didn't even register us and all that. Apparently it was a holiday anyway, whatever. But, like, my experience at the public hospital, praying to God that hopefully maybe next time, if whenever, like, I get to have another baby, I would really love to. I'm sure there are other public hospitals that are good. Like, I remember I also delivered my firstborn at a public hospital, and the reception was good, and the hygiene was amazing, and the reception was good. I had my own bed to sleep and rest my hair, my back, and we had a good time, kabisa. Thankfully, both of us came out of the hospital alive and healthy, and I am so grateful to God for that, because I do not take that for granted, by the way. I do not take that for granted, because the things you see there could cause you trauma for days, for life, because wow, guys, what is this public hospital? Some are good, yes, but some, like, there's no gray area. It's either they are good or they are bad. And for me, this one, I am appreciative of the facilities that we have and all that, but, like, if there could be some level of, you know, that, it would be great, because they're just like, mama na watoto wenyu, we want to wash, we want to do what we want to, oh my god. Yeah, and that is how that was. Guys, that is I would call my birth and delivery story a Hebrew birth, because honestly, I've had stories, and wow, strong women out there, but it was 3 hours for me, and I had my baby boy, and also a healthy boy. I also had no tears. The baby was healthy and strong, and mind you, 5 kgs of a human being. Yeah, and he's good. And yani, for me, it was just a smooth. God had me all through. The only problem, of course, that I had was the hygiene, the reception, and all that, because again, it was a public hospital, and that is it. But overall, I'm so grateful to God for my bundle of joy, and I'm happy for the experience. Definitely traumatized, but I don't know, we'll see. Maybe whether we'll have another story time in a few years, who knows. But yeah, guys, that was my childbirth and delivery story, my Hebrew birth story. Yeah, see you on the next one, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for 221 subscribers on the road to 300. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye. I love you. Definitely sending you love and light. Okay, bye 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 bye.